The two principal objectives of Ayurveda are to prolong life and promote perfect health and to completely eradicate disease and dysfunction of the body. This was a hard concept for me as a neurologist to embrace because I saw some of the worst conditions. Really, of all the medical field, you could put oncologist and neurologist in the same boat as the ones that saw the most difficult to treat conditions. And granted, it does depend on when somebody comes in terms of their path of disease. If they come in where at the very, very end of the disease, it's difficult to completely eradicate the disease process, but there's still the possibility of reversing it to a certain extent. But when we can catch disease early enough, I have seen things that I would have in the beginning called, really miraculous, which now I know it's not miraculous. It's just the way that the body works. Because for me as a neurologist, neurological disease, as I was taught, never get better. They just slowly get worse. And that was my experience. So to be able to see neurological diseases improving and in certain conditions, when we caught them early enough, completely reversed was quite phenomenal. It got to a point where as a neurologist, we order brain scans, things like MRIs, very often to track conditions like multiple sclerosis. And it got to a point that for my patients with multiple sclerosis who had MRIs that would improve over time, the radiologists actually began to question the original diagnosis because they'd never seen brain scans of MS patients improve. And so after working with the patient for 2 or 3 years, all of my radiology reports for all of my MS patients who fit all of the clinical criteria for MS, the reports would say, please reconsider your diagnosis because of what they saw. And so that was one of my experiences of actually watching the brain heal itself in conditions that I was taught as a neurologist were completely irreversible.